What's up, guys? Links. You know I'm back at it again, baby. And I'm going to hit you with another topic of the day. We were just talking about Sony yesterday on my channel and what the heck they were going to do to, respond to everything that Xbox has been doing with the Game Pass and their new, deals they're doing with studios, or, Xbox and Kojima with their rumor. That's been talking about too, how they might have struck a deal together and they might have a game coming out, even though, he's always been associated with PlayStation. That's another FU to PlayStation. Wow, they're coming from everywhere. Wow. But I wanted to talk about some news that is exciting to some people, and other people on the internet are pretty pissed off. And let me tell you about it. So in a report today put out by Bloomberg, it was talking about, oh my God, it's freaking, the article is long, super long, but pretty much, I'm just going to talk about the main things that come out of it. So there was a new Sony studio that they've already announced, but they've been in the works for a couple of years now, but Sony wasn't saying what they were working on. So it turns out that they wanted to remake the first Uncharted, which came out in 2007. So it's a pretty outdated game by now. I can see why they'd want to remake that, gain the money back, whatever, draw more fans in to still populate the Uncharted universe. I'm not complaining about that. I love Uncharted, so I'm kind of biased on this. But it turns out that they ended up going with The Last of Us as the game that they're going to remake. And I'm pretty sure that came out in 2013 at the end of the PS3 generation. And, I don't know. I don't really want to hate on this or say much about it, but it kind of an odd decision in my eyes. Obviously, once it comes out, I'm still going to pick it up and I'm still going to play it, of course. But at the same time, I don't know, man. It is an outdated game a little bit. Like, I understand. I mean, I do understand it, but I don't at the same time. I feel like since the show is coming out, they're just trying to bring in as many fans as possible and more money as they can. And that's just how it is. Their business. So, I mean, speaks for itself. But people really aren't all that mad about that. They're mad about Ben's Studio. Ben Studio is the creators of Days Gone, which is a game that had very mixed reviews, but it ended up selling very well. And it actually has a pretty, hardcore fan base for the game that backs it up. I enjoyed the game. I've been playing it on PS5. I think it's a pretty decent game. I would love to see a sequel to it, but Sony is not going to allow it to happen. So Ben approached Sony with the Days Gone sequel, and Sony turned them down. They actually wanted them to help on the Uncharted remake, which ended up being the Last of Us remake. But they wanted them to help on that, and that's why some of the top people at Bend ended up leaving. I guess they got a little bit upset about that. And now they have broken off from that project, and Bend is actually working on their own IP now, but it's a new IP. It's not a Days Gone sequel, and people are pretty pissed off about this. It is disappointing to me a little bit. I would like to see them kind of expand on Days Gone and take all the criticism, and they could have made I'm sure they could have made a really good sequel and knocked it out of the park. But I'm also sure that they can make a new IP from what they've learned on Days Gone and, do even better. So it's not all that much of a loss, but it is a little bit disappointing. As for Sony, is this the new direction they're taking with their blockbuster movies and games? Are they just going to keep remaking and making movies and shows? I don't know. I don't really think this is how it's going to go. I think this is just how it is for now. I'm not really worried about the future of Sony's games and all this. This is what they wanted to do. They're remaking it for money. That's obvious. I'm going to pick it up, but, am I a little bit confused on it? Yes. I do hope that they end up remaking Uncharted 1. That would be fantastic. But let me know what you guys think about this. Are you looking forward to the new game coming from Bend? Are you looking forward to The Last of Us remake? And do you even think it needs a remake? Tell me why. Just let it all out. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, of course, and I'll see you next time.